I was gonna say the only thing I'm craving right now is to talk about something better, and that's the Deadpool 3 trailer. So let's talk about it because
I was a little confused when I saw it though. Like in the timeline, is this like before Loki season 2? Because
it looks like it's pre-season 1 because like Alia is in there. Like it's
I mean,
it's different TVA costumes. It might even be a different TVA.
true. Honestly, it's we don't know.
Another sector.
Mm.
But
also at this point, it could be the same TVA. It literally doesn't matter where it is in the timeline. It's just
truly just TVA. Yeah,
it's TVA stuff. It happens here, there, and everywhere.
So they are. I'm just trying to make sure. So is this Deadpool the same Deadpool that they're plucking out of the timeline, or is he a variant that they're plucking out of the timeline to do something?
This is the Deadpool from Deadpool 1 and 2.
Okay, so just doing what most people assume that they were going to do, just pluck them from the Fox universe and then plant them down into the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's obviously going to have it. So Deadpool's been there for a long time.
Yeah, because technically they would have an easy out where it's just, he just killed the Marvel Deadpool and assumed his place.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But what about Wolverine though? Because I saw in the trailer that they had a lot of cool cameos and Easter eggs, like with Wolverine's original name patch.
Yeah, I mean that is.
I mean, people are saying that the patch is Daniel Radcliffe.
There is. So I was talking to one of my friends who's like, he's not hardcore into all this stuff, right? Like he doesn't follow the rumors or anything. And I work out with him every weekend. And the first thing he said to me was, "That's not Hugh Jackman's frame. That's got to be the Harry Potter kid." And I was like, "Hold up." I was like, "So have you heard any of the rumors?" He was like, "All I know is I wanted to see what that would be like." And he just like from the back of it, that is not Hugh Jackman. I'm like, I am convinced as well. Like the frame just isn't there. That guy looks way smaller than Hugh Jackman in a suit. Like,
yeah, you can make that like perspective.
You could, yeah.
You can make it like that.
I do believe. I think that's a variant. Like, I don't think it's Hugh.
I mean, it's absolutely a variant. It's 100% a variant. I would not be surprised if that's going to be the MCU Logan.
Oh, that would be great.
Madripoor, right? Like, we know Madripoor exists. So, like, what if Deadpool just comes in here? He's found that Logan. That Logan ends up dead, and then, bam, carry on from there, or something like that. I don't know. But,
yeah.
I think that's the direction that scene's going to go specifically.
Right. I mean, I see it.
Yeah, and even though like with this trailer, it looks real, like from the trailer's perspective, it looks really good. But from what I see, the chatter, people have to make a negative out of a positive, where people were giving examples of when like She-Hulk does the fourth wall breaking and makes the dirty jokes. It's cringe, but when Deadpool does it, it's funny, and now Marvel's safe because we got something good.
Yeah,
that's because how dare a woman say it.
So no, I use this as a test. One of my friends, he refuses to watch She-Hulk, not because he's like anti-woman or anything like that. He just never liked the character in the comics. He's like, that's the one thing he's not watched. He's watched almost everything else, and he loves Deadpool. So I gave him the ultimate test, knowing that he has not watched She-Hulk. And I was like, so I got info on a leaked scene from Deadpool 3, and he was like, "Oh, I'll trust you," because, So I was like, so there's the scene where Deadpool, like, breaks through Disney Plus, and he goes and he finds Kevin Feige in an office. I just described the entire She-Hulk scene to him, right? But I put Deadpool in place. And he was like, holy, that's the greatest thing ever. He was like, I'm actually blown away. The Marvel Studios would do something that creative. And I was like, hold up. And I brought up the scene on Disney Plus and I played it out to him. And I could see in his mind, he was rationalizing why he hates it. And then he was like, yeah, I don't like it. I was like, of course. Like, just by the sheer fact that it wasn't Wade, who he's obsessed with and, loves to death. I was like, of course. So there is a bit of that bias, which is unfortunate because they both serve the same purpose for a different reason and different story angle. And Deadpool will get a pass, but I did find it interesting that a lot of people who say Deadpool 2 is great forgot what the film is about.
Yeah, because everyone's being like, "Oh, why is Kimiko? Why are all these people literally dead?" It's like you did not remember the ending of Deadpool 2.
Well, it's not even that. I've seen people trying to defend Deadpool 2, and they're pulling up scenes from the movie onto Twitter, and I'm watching it, and like the CG is horrible, and people's like observations of it is like, the movie was not that bad, was it? And I'm like,
it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It's amazing what a cheap like budgeted movie looks like when it was 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Well, if you compare them, Deadpool 1 still looks better compared to 2. Like, it is a kind of mind-boggling.
I haven't watched either in years, to be fair.
Yeah, fair enough. It's, it is what it is. I love everything about this trailer. I think the vibe was great. I think it looks great. I was just on Jared's, the Nerd Academy, and I posted that, and I talked a little bit about him. The weirdest thing to me was seeing a Deadpool style film where the camera work and everything is Deadpool and the vibe is Deadpool, and then throwing in the clean TVA MCU aesthetic. Like, my mind was not connecting it. I was like struggling to process. Like, it's so weird seeing the Fox universe from Deadpool mashed up into the MCU that's so visually different. Like, that took me a little bit by surprise. I was like, oh, right, this is an MCU film.
Well, it's like, it's not even that. It's like you realize that it's one of the very few, I think, with an R-rated movie. So it's still taking people.
I mean, is there any R-rated movie?
Is?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the only R-rated Marvel movie ever made. No.
Yeah, because Echo's on TV and that's R-rated.
I keep thinking Blade is a part of that.
That ain't coming out.
Actually, no, right? I completely forgot about that. I was like, there's only been one R-rated Marvel movie, and it's Deadpool. I was like, Blade did it like 20 years before.
So that's one thing I do like tip their hats is that hopefully for the people want to be edgelords and stuff that they're not afraid to go that route with certain characters that calls for it and not just saying that this movie and this movie or TV show needs to be this because how awesome would it be that you had these themes in this show with these characters when it doesn't fit those characters.
Right. Yeah. Look, to me, it's looking good. It's looking fresh. Like, it looks different. I mean, it set an all-time trailer view record, so that's great. Clearly MCU dead. So
yeah, imagine going back 10 years and telling Rothman that the third one, which he will not be making because Disney brought him out, would be the highest viewed trailer in 24 hours of all time.
Perfect.
I'm just surprised Ryan Reynolds didn't go and put on a costume again, just make some videos on his YouTube channel about it, like he usually does.
Love it. So,
but before we go on, the forest is a talking point of this.
Okay. Yep. All right.
There's obviously people are leaning to Age of Ultron or Logan,
right?
And then there's arguments of both because you see the bike that Cap has, in the void, from that movie, but there are the like 6-wheel tank things from Logan.
Yep.
So which one do you reckon it is?
So also, I looked through in Age of Ultron. Some of the Hydra trucks also have the same siding and the 6 wheels. So
but those trucks aren't in Age of Ultron. It's all tanks.
Yeah, so it's like
it's a weird one because I thought straight away I was like, oh, it's clearly Age of Ultron, right? Because X, Y, and Z reasons. But then it's like, oh, there's actually no. They're all tanks in that fight scene. So there's no actual trucks or anything. All the trucks were Logan.
Honestly, I have a feeling it's going to be Logan just because thematically it works better, I think. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
I can see it being like he goes to get Logan and he doesn't know he's died in that time.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they're going to make a point that they're not touching that Logan. They're going to get a different one.
That's literally going to be like in the script. He's going to you can't touch this one. We promised the fans they'll get too angry. Okay.
Exactly.
Go find a different one. Yeah, so I'm leaning on Logan just because it's Sometime
I
it
think
went
Age of
by.
Ultron's going to play a part in it because there's too
Same.
many
Yep.
Age of Ultron clips.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they put Deadpool in the main timeline during Phase 2 because there's only one. It's purely based on the clips they show in the TVA. Everything you see is like Winter Soldier and Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
But then there's one Thor Ragnarok shot,
Right.
which is kind of weird, but I reckon they're going to put him around that sort of time.
That would honestly make sense. So I guess we'll see. I mean, there's a lot in this trailer to unpack. Or the teaser trailer. I'm super hyped for the first official trailer that's going to obviously feature more story and stuff and Wolverine, because I think that one, that one's going to be the one that's like, okay, everybody, this is the selling point right now. Like,
because I'm with Jared. I would have liked a little more, just like an extra second.
Little,
of Wolverine, especially when it's called Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
I know they had the title reveal for the teaser, but like, come on, just a little tiny bit more, just a little. I just want to see Jackman's face. That's literally it. Just show me Jackman's face. No.
Agreed. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, look, the trailer, it's doing great numbers. There's a lot of hype. The next trailer should be out within the next month and a half to 2 months, and then it's the go home overload on advertising. So yeah, get ready for that 'cause it's coming.